Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have Vaidehi Rashinkar with us, who had scored 99.98 percentile in CET 2022. My name is Vidhan Agrawal. I had scored 99.99 in CET 2020. So Vaidehi, congratulations first of all for your great score. Could you just quickly tell us something about yourself so that viewers know who you are, where you're from?
Sure. So hello everyone, and thank you so much, Vidhan. So I am from Thane, and I've completed my graduation from Pune, from PICT Pune in 2019. So this was my fourth attempt, and so I'd given previous attempts before this, and I had also been a part of SIBM Bangalore for a year. And then later I realized that no, I wanted to be in JBIMS only. So finally I decided that I have to crack it anyhow, and that's how I got 99.98%.
Oh, so you had joined SIBM for a year. So when was this and which year?
So it was in 2021.
Oh,
So CET was
2020.
pretty late that time.
Right.
So I couldn't have relied on that. So that's why my parents were like, "Ki, you have to join some college now. It's pretty late." So I had joined SIBM Bangalore, and I still gave 2021 the CET, but I did not score very well in that. So 10 din pehle hi I got to know that CET is happening. It was in September, and I got a 98 point something that time. So then, yeah.
So could you tell us how your scores were initially, like CT 19 में, CT 20,
Yes.
21 में?
So in 2019 was my first attempt, and that time I just thought कि ऐसे ही दे देते हैं, एक बार देख लेते हैं what is it all about, and I had not prepared at all and had not given any mocks, so I got 99.62. उसके बाद then I thought कि बिना prepare करके इतना आ रहा है तो let's prepare some. Yeah, so I gave 10-15 mocks. I prepared well, and that time I got 99.31. My marks reduced. So my parents were like कि अभी ले लो college. You cannot rely on CET. It's pretty unpredictable also. A lot of changes happen every year. So then I also took admission into COEP. Uh, but then again, it was the first year of COEP, I think, at that time. So I thought ki it's better to leave it again. So I left that college, and then I was waiting for SNAP. So I got selected for SIBM Bangalore. Then I took admission there, and then I gave 2021 ka CT, which was very late in September. It happened, and that time also I had not prepared very well. So I got 98 point something, 98.99 or 99 point something I got. And then later I decided कि अभी बहुत हो गया time pass. So I thought now I had to prepare very seriously, and I thought कि अभी, and also the opportunities we get in JBIMS, it's obviously not present any other B school. So IIMs के लिए I thought कि मेरा graduation में इतना अच्छा नहीं था, so I didn't think I stood a chance there. So I was very focused on getting into JBIMS only. So then I gave my last attempt, and that time मैंने college छोड़ दिया मई में, and for the 2 months I prepared, and then I gave the exam. So 2 months
And
very seriously.
then we had this great score of 99.98, which got you into JBMS.
Yeah.
But tell me one thing, Vaidehi. So even I had given two attempts. First attempt के बाद इतनी बैंड बज जाती है ना कि बस all those thoughts that you have to work for a year or study for a year. It's a task for you, and you've given four CTs back to back. So how did you motivate yourself? कहाँ से आता था यार कि I have to study now, I have to do this, or else it'll be a problem for me. And especially once you got into SIBM, whether
Mm-hmm.
चलो you are done, you have gotten into a college, let's finish this off, हो जाएगा MBA, क्यों और पढ़ना है, why do aim for JBIMS? So what helped you?
So during my third attempt, while I was still studying in SIBM, so it was pretty hectic. So that time उतना ज्यादा वो नहीं लग रहा था कि आना ही है JBIMS में. So I just gave CT. मेरे को लगा कि हो ही जाएगा कुछ ना कुछ तो, like I thought preparation तो हुआ ही है. So why not, let's try. Then later I realized the kind of opportunities I was getting there and the kind of exposure I was getting there. Although, like, I can't comment about anything else, but yeah. So then I decided that no, I had to crack CET. So then I left the college, and then I prepared, and then got that score.
Wonderful. Yeah. So were you working for any of the year, or you were just studying?
No, no, I was just studying only, and I was teaching here and there, but that's, yeah, not professionally. I was not working anywhere.
So teaching would have also helped you to, strengthen your basics and score well in your mocks.
Yeah, yeah. In 2020, I was like, during COVID time, I was doing that.
All right. ठीक है. So Will you tell us which were your weaker sections, which were your strong sections, and for that weaker sections, what do you do and how did you overcome that?
So I think puzzles and quant was my strongest section, and for my weaker section was vocab, I think.
Mhm.
So English in general, vocab. So I used to practice it a lot. I used to read daily. So I used to there's an app called Vocabulary 24. So it has passages and all. So I used to read those passages. I used to solve the questions. A quiz is there's a quiz after that. After reading the passage, you can give the quiz. So I used to do that daily. And I also solved a lot of vocabulary books. And I also followed a lot of YouTube channels for English, like Byju's, an academy, Grade Up, I think. Yeah, so that also helped a lot.
All right, so people who are weak with verbal, guys, you can go for any source. ऐसा कोई particular source होता नहीं है. People read Hindu, people read Indian Express, like whether you can go for these apps or any source. Just keep reading, just keep on building your vocabulary so that you'd be able to comprehend the comprehensions even better and would also help you increase your speed. So Vaidehi, could you tell us how did you attempt CET 2022? Because I know the questions were jumbled. So what was your strategy like? Did you go for the easier questions first, tougher questions first, or just went with the flow?
So first of all, I was in slot 2. So yeah, so I thought that key slot 1 was very easy. So I went in with that mindset ki it's going to be easy only. I just have to solve whatever I could at at the best of my capabilities, and then it will be done. But as soon as the paper started, I got to know it's not easy at all, and it was obviously the toughest slot of the year also. So then what I did was I just solved all the easier questions. So even then I think I was able to attempt 130, 140 questions around, and that was not something I expected. So I panicked obviously, but then I realized that maybe normalization and all will happen. So we had a puzzle and it had 11 questions in it. So it was a pretty difficult puzzle. So I just left it on the spot. I left it. I followed that ABC strategy. Whatever is easier, just solve it, mark it, and then just go. And then in the second round, I solved a few more questions, and rest of it I just
So
marked a fluke.
total में you would have attempted around 130, 140 questions.
Yeah, I think
And बाकी
like
सब तुक्का तो मारा ही होगा.
tukka and all. Yeah.
So people, even if you get a tougher question, tougher paper, don't panic. Normalization hoga. Even if you're able to solve really less questions, don't panic. Baki ke, just like Vaidehi said, you can use those ABCD wala strategy where even if you have a puzzle which has got 11 questions, you don't have to solve everything. Move on to the second, third, or the fourth questions. Koi as a standalone questions bhi hote for a puzzle. So solve that, finish it off, and move on to the next question. Don't panic at all. So that's a really nice strategy, Vaidehi. And also, could you tell us that how were your mock scores initially and towards the end before attempting your final CET? How were your scores like?
Right. So I used to solve a lot of sectional tests. So mocks initially I was not solving very seriously. So whatever mocks I had, section because the paper was going to be jumbled. So whatever sectional mocks I had, so I solved them as sectional tests. So some days I used to give like 100 questions from some mock. Other days some other questions from some mocks. Like I used to solve only verbal part or quant part, like that I did in the starting. And then I started with my mocks, and then I used to get like 120, around 130, 120.
Towards the end.
130 was my score. And then later I thought that I had to increase it. So then I practiced I used a timer. So then I thought of solving the questions with the timer, and I chose the fastest method by which it could be solved, and I used that in my mocks. So then my score increased, my attempts increased. So my score increased. And then later what happened, just 4 days before the CT exam, I had not gone out anywhere. So I was very frustrated, I think, at that time. So in one mock, literally scored 85 marks. I think it was
Oh,
an IMS mock or ELC mock. I don't remember. I scored 85. Then I thought, what is happening? So I gave another mock back to back. I scored a 95. Then I literally panicked. Like I'd been scoring 130, 140 before that. So then I just went out, relaxed a bit, and then again I started scoring 144, 150. So yeah, even in those times, I don't think there's any need to panic, and just relax and meditate or do something. that will help you calm down and then just attempt again.
Just one of those bad days. This was 4
Yeah.
days before CET?
Yes, in 19th or 20th, I think. And CT was, my exam was on 24th.
Public ये सब stunts मत करना, please. If you get demotivated a lot, it's going to hamper your paper on the final day. So please don't try these stunts. Vaidehi ne संभाल लिया, I don't know about others. I would have gotten in trouble during my
But I
CT.
genuinely did not understand why it happened. Like,
Just
I don't know.
happens out of frustration sometimes
Yeah.
because you've been thinking कि अरे fourth attempt देने वाली हूँ, इसमें भी score नहीं आ रहा है, I'm going to be in deep shit. So maybe that's why. So any particular mock providers that you had gone with? I mean, how many of them, if you don't mind naming them?
I solved everything like ELC, IMS, Test Funda, CT King, uh, what else? I think mock zone and like every mock, whatever I could see on the internet, I solved it.
Wow, that's really nice. You had 360-degree preparations.
Yeah.
So whether you had told me that you had watched TTP videos during your preparation, could you just quickly tell us how did we help you in your preparations?
Yeah, so I watched some of the videos and I basically watched them for motivation. Like I think you used to do a live session.
Correct.
So yeah, I watched those live session for motivation and for just like counseling myself. It's okay, ho jayega. Yeah, so it helped in that way.
Great. I'm really happy that we could contribute to your scores and your motivations, whatever. That's nice. So, whether you'd be knowing that CT dates are out, it's going to happen tentatively around March 18 and 19. So, do you have any strategy right now for the aspirants, as in what they can do for roughly 2 months?
So I think they should go with topic wise test, sectional test, maximum se maximum solve karo. And whatever you do, be it English, be it maths, or be it logical, puzzle, whatever you do, just use a timer because that helps a lot. So if you practice on a timer, then वही practice रह जाता है and then you become very quicker with while solving a mock. So yeah, and reading daily, practicing speed maths daily is what I would suggest. I think that is sufficient.
Guys, speed math really helps you with your calculation. CET में पूरा game is calculation का. So if you're good with speed math, you are sorted. And secondly, yeah, you can go with the sectional tests, whichever section you feel you're weak with. Just attempt a few questions from that sections, and you'd be able to score well because your concepts might be a little weak. And with these tests, it would really help you with your confidence as well as you'll become better with that section. Whether you one final question. So since it's just 2 months to CET, a lot of people are into immense stress. So what you used to do to overcome that stress, to fight that stress, and calm your mind?
So I used to listen to songs. I used to go for a walk. Yeah, all those things only. And I
Basics.
think, yeah, you should have faith in some. Like I used to believe in Hanumanji, so I used to listen to Hanuman Chalisa also. So
Yeah,
that helped a lot for yeah, positivity and feeling good and all that. So yeah, I think to each his own. So whatever feels good, you can do.
right. So whatever you feel like doing, just do that, but at least make some time for that. वरना तुम पागल हो जाओगे. So thank you
Sahi.
so much, Vaidehi. Guys, we even have a course, and in that course, we offer videos which has been made by 6 toppers of CT 2020. We have weekly doubt solving sessions, weekly mentoring sessions, as well as we have exclusive WhatsApp group where all the aspirants, along with us, we discuss questions, strategies for solving a mock, solving a particular type of questions, etc. And the link to our page, the Telegram link, our phone number, website, everything is in the description. You can text us anywhere you want to. And I'll be looking forward to seeing you all. Thank you so much, Vaidehi, for being with us. Thank you so much for your time.